from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Is that how you're still able to operate? Is because you deal with loopholes and you just deal with...
Numerous calls came into our newsroom again from angry customers and former employees of Catalyst Motors in Fargo. Thanks for joining us tonight. Mike has the evening off. This is the second time this week that both Valley News Live and police have been called to the business. The people who called us say Tom, a consultant of Catalyst Motors, repossessed their cars last night and even gave one customer a loaner car that was bought, paid for, and registered to somebody else. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric has continued to work on this for you. And again, we want to alert you to the shady dealings of this South Fargo business.
5 angry customers, several former employees among them, are furious. When I arrived, they were standing outside Catalyst Motors waiting.
Why did they give me a stolen car last night? You know, the cops came to the door and asked us why we had this car.
This woman has spinal cancer and had to miss her chemo appointment today. She bought a white Pontiac Grand Am yesterday, made the down payment, and drove away.
No more than an hour of owning it, it broke down. And it still ain't running.
So she was at Catalyst Motors to find out why she was being jerked around.
I was released because he accused me of theft.
Stephen Hardy used to work for Catalyst Motors, and the man who runs it, Tom Hoos. He was fired on Monday.
Well, my mother-in-law had my car last night, and I wake up at 6 o'clock this morning to her calling to inform me that my vehicle was gone.
Hardy says he bought a car from Catalyst when he worked there and has continued making payments even after being let go. He even contacted Tom Hoos last night asking if his car was going to be repossessed. Tom Hoos said no.
I've worked for him for a year. He does what he wants.
He even went on to tell me that Hoos isn't even a licensed dealer anymore.
Tom Hoos lost his dealer's license in January.
Hardy explains that after Hoos lost his license, Catalyst Motors absorbed AAA Affordable Auto, and then Hoos sold that to his father-in-law, someone who apparently never comes around. Hardy says Tom Hoos is technically a consultant for Catalyst.
So all he's supposed to be able to do is consult the owner, which he doesn't. He buys cars from auctions. He repossesses vehicles. He sells vehicles. He deals with maintenance work, none of which he's supposed to do.
I just went up there and tried to talk to him very calmly, very nicely. I said, Tom, I just want to get my stuff out of the car.
Amanda is Stephen Hardy's wife. They have a 1-year-old daughter. Amanda says Tom Hoos refused to let her near her car, saying she had to make an appointment at a future date to get the car and her daughter's clothes and toys in it.
This is outrageous. This is outrageous.
How are you feeling right now?
I am very upset. I'm shaking because I'm so upset. I have a 1-year-old daughter that I need to get back and forth to daycare so I can go to work, so that I can pay rent, keep a roof over her head. We are good people. We don't lie. We don't steal.
After hearing this, I, again, took the anger, outrage, and questions to the top man at Catalyst Motors.
Hey, Tom? Tom?
I can't believe it. He won't give me my car yet.
Can I ask you a couple questions, man?
No.
But yet I threw questions at him and he answered them.
Frankly, it's bad press, so I don't think that the company needs it. We don't appreciate it.
Why did you repo these people's cars?
We only repo cars for 2 reasons typically: non-payment or a lack of insurance, or a combination thereof.
Is that how you're still able to operate? Is because you deal with loopholes and you just deal with...
Tom Hoos just closed the door on me and his customers' complaints. Not everyone I've talked with was up to date with their payments and paperwork, but the majority were. Catalyst Motors allegedly operates like this. They sell cars as they are on the lot. If they're broken, that's what you get. They keep the title to the vehicle until it's paid for in full. Under the law, someone can repossess a vehicle when they have the title to it because that title determines ownership. Furthermore, repo agencies do not legally have to inform you that they are taking your car. But Catalyst Motors is not a repo agency. They're a used car dealership. They're registered with the state of North Dakota as such, too. Stephanie.
Thanks for getting to the bottom of this, Bradford. Now, this is not the first time that we've warned you about Catalyst Motors. Back in March, we told you about how another man had his truck repoed by Catalyst Motors, even though he was the clear title to the vehicle. And then in April, we brought you another story about a van bought when AAA Affordable Auto occupied the lot. The van, as you can see, bursting into flames while the owner was driving on I-94. Now onto a Valley News Live exclusive. A Moorhead woman is warning people to lock up their homes even when they are home inside during the day and awake. 3 people were arrested in connection to a burglary in Moorhead. Abdiaziz Ahmed, Hussein Momin, and Ajang Garang, they are facing charges. They are accused of taking Cindy Slaughter's purse from her home and then racking up charges at a Moorhead hotel and grocery store. Slaughter says they came in through a side door. Her son was in a room next door, awake, didn't hear the intruders. It was Slaughter and her family realizing that times are changing in the FM area.
I guess it always felt like you were safe in your home, that you really didn't have to worry once you were behind closed doors that someone would violate your family like that. But it's not a small town anymore, and obviously we have to take more proactive measures in making sure that we can keep our things and our families safe.
Moorhead police say to always lock up your home and your car as well. They say property theft happens more frequently than violent crimes. And if you ever need help uncovering fraud or corruption or any issue in your community, call our whistleblower hotline and we'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. Call 701-237-6576. Leave your tip with us and a member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work exposing the truth. The Affordable Care Act will stay exactly the way it is. That's according to a Supreme Court ruling that was handed down today. The court had to decide whether all 50 states get tax credits or whether only the 34 states that have exchanges set up will get the credits. Supreme Court voted 6-3, saying all Americans can keep the tax credits that help them pay for health insurance. This is the second time the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of the law. If you'd like to see the full statement, we have it on valleynewslive.com. Fire heavily damaged a Grand Forks home during the noon hour today. Firefighters got the call at 12:20 to 717 24th Street South, and no one was home when the fire started. Fire officials say it appears the fire may have started in the garage. It took crews less than half an hour to knock down the flames, but the heat was exhausting to firefighters. It appears the home is a total loss. The cause of that fire remains under investigation. Well, many are ditching an ancient tool in order to feel safe. Local locksmiths tell us keys are on the way out and new technology is taking over. A couple of months ago, we did an investigation on how simple it is to make copies of keys. Since then, we've heard from locals, including an apartment complex manager, that our story triggered them to make the switch to key fobs, card readers, or mobile apps. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson has more.
It's the future, no doubt about it.
Over at Masters Baptist College, the facilities manager, Jared Skeving, is hoping his key ring will be totally replaced by one of these.
If you swipe it like that, it turns green, and you can actually just open it like that. Of course, once you open it, you saw that red flicker right there. It's only good for the one swipe.
Thousands of dollars, they say, well spent on these key fobs that let the college know when and who are opening doors.
Go like this, then you can unlock it.
They are able to deny access to some.
It opened her up.
Protecting them from a break-in.
See, inside of our rooms right there, of course.
We showed you this investigation where I took a picture of a coworker's key, sent it in, got a copy, and walked right into their house.
That's unbelievable. I'm shocked.
It's brought to light how really insecure those, it is easy to make those keys. And now that they have the ability to audit trail, you can't do that with a key. And now that you can, I think that's where a lot of these apartment companies are really, really jumping on.
Rich Odegaard at the Lock Shop says the trend has really taken off in the Valley. One reason the price has gone down about 70%.
I see the increase. It'll be the future for sure.
Someday, Odegaard thinks keys like these will be a thing of the past. Good news for Skeving.
To lock it again, put that back on there, it turns green.
Reporting in Fargo,
You're all set.
Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Odegaard says there are some downfalls: cold weather, loss of power, or programming issues. If you want to see the full investigation we did on copying keys by simply taking a picture, we have it on our website. Log on to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Well, later at 6 o'clock, a new restaurant is coming to town. We'll tell you what they have to offer and where it's headed.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.